Hello, I am Fjallsback and welcome to Crusader Kings II. We have just had what's called Monks and Mystics released a couple of days ago, and I wanted to do a series, but not actually playthrough of sort. I want to do something completely different, and that is a game to convert over to Europa Universalis, and I want to do it in a sort of different way from what I've done before. Well, actually I've done this particular bit once before off camera, but I want to do something special and activate all sorts of nations and whatnot. We'll have a look at that. Though there is one rule I wanted to change: supernatural events, just take them off. The rest I think I've set as I want. And one quite important: grant independence unrestricted. We will have use of that at some point here. Anyway, start the game, and we started as Lithuania, and then I want to show you what I want to do really. And I sort of want to make a game to convert over, and I want it to run dynamically, but I also want certain events to have happened, and yeah, that involves religions and formable nations and such. So here, if we look at our religious map mode, we are a Romanova character, and I want to do the Romanova Reformation. Right now I actually want to reform all the pagan religions here and get their religions and such done. So when I look at the religious map mode, these white territories here, that's their holy sites, and the last one is this one over here. So we'll start with this one over here. We actually started as a character in Lithuania, but that's not where we're going to do the actual start. We have this guy here, and him we actually want to play as, and therefore I will have the shift and a half, start the console command here, and write char info, and that way we can actually now see more information about the person. And the important one here is ID number, ID 194068, and then we'll go play as 94068. Right, now we're playing as this guy, and we actually would want us to be Romanova. So we'll do that with the console religion. The tag is Baltic pagan, and did I type it correctly? I failed on my very first attempt. Religion BALTC. No. Why is this not working? K-O-N. Religion. Baltic. You're called pagan. Baltic pagan. There you go. I must have typed something wrong. Now you're pagan. Which means we again have this thing here, and this actually says that these flags need to be green in order to reform, and we hold one of this. We actually hold this first province here, but this guy here, who's our vassal, he is not Romanova. We will need to make him Romanova as well. Until that same religion, and then we add his number. It's 500-571. Baltic and pagan. Now he's Romanova as well. Alright. And this is the holy site, but the holy site itself is actually still Slavic. So we will deal with that. We will raise our military. We only have one army here, okay. Fine, we'll merge those. We put ourselves in charge. Actually, in this case, we didn't even need to put ourselves in charge because this is our capital. But then we have an event, and I've sort of studied these numbers, so I know what we're doing for. But no, event 900, run that event, which means the people, or most of them, have embraced the Romanova faith, which means now this particular province here is now Romanova as we want it to be. Granted, it doesn't actually need to be in order to reform the faith, but it just feels a bit more proper. Right, we have one over here. We want to do him as well. So this guy here, let's place him. 194. I've actually done this start a couple of times already, so I know where to go with this, and that is Severia here, this guy. Right, we also need to be Romanova. We are also Slavic right now. Baltic Pagan. Right, which means that's this guy here who holds the temple. He also needs to be the same right religion here. Religion, and what's this number? It is 500 and 845. And Baltic Pagan. Excellent. So now all the holy sites are controlled by Romanova characters. In order to convert this, we need to have one character control 3 of the sites, which is sort of the next thing we were going to work for. But one thing I want to do first is to just raise these guys' troops and make the territories themselves. They are actually Slavic currently, that's why there's the stripy ones here. They're Slavic and not Romanova. Let's make them Romanova just to do something here. Okay, we're actually in charge. And then again, event 900. So now it's this particular county, then down here. So in order to move ourselves around, event 900 changes the religion of the province we are in. Okay, that was wrong button. And in order to do so, we want to put ourselves in charge of these armies here, which means we now change this province here to Romanova, and then we have this one left here. It says Slavic right now. Then we'll put ourselves in charge of the army. We are here. Run event 900. And we are now Romanova. Right, anyway, the 3 holy sites that are closest to each other, here we need to bring under the rule of one particular ruler here, which is the trickiest bit of this actually. I usually start out as either Lithuania or this guy here and try to get a hold of the territories. Let's look at this guy. Lithuania, you hold Lithuania yourself. We hold Vilnius, Trakai, and okay, so you hold those 3. We could, let's work with this guy here first. So let's play here. 194 113. Right, and we want this holy site here of Semigala to be ours. In order to do that, we can declare war, we can take subjugation, or make tributary. Can we offer him a vassalization deal? Because we are same rank, so no, we cannot. Right, which means we will cheat a smidge. So let's say let's say that we are Norse, just for the time being. That should mean that we are allowed to declare a conquest of this one here. Yep. So declare that war to make that conquest against this guy. Then we'll place him 194 105. Now we have a war going on here, and we will offer peace, and we will actually surrender. Then I'll go back to our newly converted Norse guy, play him. Of course I could do this as a mod and just do all stuff as I wanted to in a mod, but this seems more fun to me and it feels a bit more natural. The other parts of the world that I don't concentrate about, well, accept the peace deal here, and then we get some territory and all that. Now we hold one of the holy sites. Another one was here, and the last one was this one or that one, I don't remember. Right, so this way. Here, this guy, he holds those territories, right? So we should declare war on him as well. Conquest will take this particular territory here, which I think is gonna be fine. I'm gonna do it another way here. You also hold this. What is your capital? Grodno. Okay. So he holds all three. This capital, yeah. So let's just declare war. Actually, a vassal? No, he can't be a vassal. Let's do that. And this guy over here. Actually, we want to go this way to take this territory, then we can take that territory. Therefore, we'll take Plock as well. Alright, so this guy. Let's play him. 194. 116. If I type in the wrong number to play and all of a sudden reach a non-playable character, the game is going to be over, and that's just going to be bad for us. But hopefully that should not be an issue. Here we will just surrender like so. Then we'll play as this guy. 194 089. And you also have a war that you need to surrender in towards this guy here, and we will play as him. 194 113. So you have two wars here that they're offering surrender. We will accept and accept. Right. Religion here is still Romanova though. Alright. And then it was this particular place here, I believe, if I looked correctly. So that will be here. Go to war and then play as this guy. 194 074. And you have a war going on. Offer peace, surrender, yes. And then play as our Chief of Lithuania again. 194 113. And accept this one. Right, now we have got all the holy sites, and now we need to convert back. Religion, Baltic, and pagan. And we're now Romanova. Right, so if we look at religion here, we have a new button here, by the way, societies, the gold ones. Alright, that's new in this patch. I haven't actually played this as such, so I don't know exactly how this is going to work, and we're not really going to play stuff like that in mind. We're just going to let the game run and sort itself out with some guidance from us. Right, anyway, we now have two of the sites. What, did I pick the wrong one? Did I pick the wrong one? Oh yeah, we are lacking this one here. That is true. I sort of knew that at the time, but I didn't consider it. Alright. Is this your capital? It is not the capital. Alright. Which means we will have to deal with that in another manner. So place this particular guy. And note I haven't actually had the clock run so far at all. Right, this guy. You will find a vassal who is a male, who's not in prison, married, doesn't matter, who is not a ruler. Diplo range, yes. Join court, yes, sure. Any religion, any culture, adult, yes. Create as any. Right, take this guy here. And grant landed title. And I want to grant you the title of Police. And include lower titles. Yeah, that's the capital. Ha! Yeah, so how do I get this one to be given over to the other guy? Right, I guess we'll do the other trick then. Again, we'll go back to this guy here. He'll become a tyrant and all that, which I don't really mind as such because we boosted him unnaturally. Anyway, 194, 113, and do the same trick again. Make you a Norse. And pagan. Right, and go to war here. Granted. He will cost, he's going to be a truce breaker, so it'll cost him prestige and lower pagan ruler's opinion. But that is fine, that I don't mind. Because that's really not what this is all about. And then we'll play as this guy and he will surrender again. 194. And if some of you know an easier way to do this, then please let me know. I will gladly accept that. And just surrender. 194, 113, and accept. Religion, Baltic, and pagan. Right. And these guys who hold the temples, they didn't actually change religion when they got taken over, right? Actually, I hold them. Directly, two of them. Anywho, we now have 3, and now all we need is 750 piety. And what is our piety currently? Is 500 or so, so if we go piety, 750. And now we can reform this fate here. We even got this button. So that is what we'll do. The Romanova Reformation. The ancient Romanova religion is proving unable to withstand the onslaught of the cross and the moon. Rather than abandoning their old ways, the High Chief Kiruris of Lithuania and the most powerful priests have decided to reform the Romanova faith with codified rites and holy scripture and a strict church hierarchy under a single leader. They hope that the reformed Romanova faith is better armed to fight back against the weak and affirmate foreign beliefs, or whatever that word is. Don't know exactly. Alright, and we have actually reformed here. Granted, we have plenty of titles that we don't need to hold. It's this one here. How do I make a new, create a new vassal? That is gonna be happening as well. There's this button. And this temple basically joins the Roman church here. Alright, now we are technically ready to let the time run. Let's do that, because now I'm gonna wait for a single event to happen. And for the defensive pact against us, that's fine. All these events, I'm just gonna let them fly. It's not really tremendously important. That's not what we're waiting for. Just run at speed 5. Well, one thing we could do, technically, this guy is not married, just to make sure we don't die all of a sudden in the middle of the game here. You marry here, gain some prestige. Then we might get an heir. Defensive pact. Marshal, great military talent, excellent. Don't really care too much about these events. There's one particular event I'm waiting for. Most impressive women recently arrived at our court. Right, you do that. And there is the event. What's this? Character also fable and idle council members. They're chosen of Perkunas. Perkunas, the god of thunder, has spoken. As the Romanova religion reforms to better face the modern world, several champions have stepped forward, claiming that Perunkas has willed them to form a new holy order. The chosen of Perunkas, they call themselves, or Perunkas, and have sworn to defend the Romanova faith, to direct the wrath of the gods towards the skulls of their enemies. Like a thunderbolt, they should strike down their foes. Excellent, and they have formed these guys. And this is a holy order that if you go to the military tab and holy orders, now we have one that they can hire and use to sort of defend themselves. Right, and then we will leave the Romanova faith by itself. It'll sort itself out. Old Romanova, and Romanova, and this one province over here also. Which means they have a better chance of survival through the game. And I'm gonna make sure that they stay around when I convert the game over to Europa Universalis. Right, and we'll do that for all of the pagan religions here. Some of them are more troublesome than others. Some are waiting for a specific age or a year or other, like 900 and 1000 something. So we have to have the clock run for a while. And others require certain events and such. Romanova is fairly simple. The next one we will go to look for is going to see the ledger. This ledger is a bit difficult for me to read on certain occasions here. Religions. So if I look at the size here, then I should see the Romanova in here somewhere. Old Romanova and how many provinces they have and all that. Next time we will take one of the smaller ones that hasn't done, that is not directly a heresy. Well, Jewish is a way trouble is to do that, but Sunnist, for instance. Perhaps that will be next. I'll find out in the next episode. Anyway, I will take a break here and hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching.